Have you ever paused to consider why certain individuals seem to defy conventional expectations around aging, remaining energetic, enthusiastic, and in excellent health well into their 80s, 90s, or even beyond, while others undergo a steep decline? Some seniors appear to encounter a rapid health downturn once they pass the 80-year mark, facing a barrage of complications that undermine their physical resilience and reduce their quality of life. Interestingly, genetics isn't the only factor at play. It's much more complex than simple good luck. In reality, a wide variety of hidden influences can either speed up or decelerate the aging process. And once we uncover these influences, we can make deliberate choices to promote healthier aging in ourselves and our loved ones. In this comprehensive discussion, we will explore the critical reasons seniors often experience rapid health decline after the age of 80, and we'll dive into some lesser-known explanations, like the concept of muscle dormancy syndrome, or how loneliness can lead to malnutrition. Even though these factors may sound surprising or obscure, they are in fact extremely common challenges. But don't worry, there's an optimistic side to this story. Research shows that by making small but meaningful changes, it's possible to slow or even reverse many adverse aspects of aging. We'll focus on constructive strategies, from gentle exercise to mindful eating habits, and from brain training activities to the importance of sleep, all rooted in both scientific studies and real-world success stories of people living past 100. Before we go further, if you haven't already, consider subscribing to this channel and clicking the notification bell. That way, you won't miss future videos packed with valuable, life-changing advice. If what we're about to discuss resonates with you, please like and share this content so more people can gain insight into preventing senior health decline. After all, knowledge is most powerful when it's shared. And remember, every voice counts. Feel free to share your reactions in the comments section. Now, let's embark on this journey toward healthier, happier aging. Firstly, the problem of rapid health decline after 80. Aging is not only about the ticking clock or a genetic inheritance from our parents. Instead, it's shaped by how we use or neglect our bodies, what we put into them, the social support networks we maintain, and how well we adapt to the changes that come with advancing age. Studies have revealed that several hidden factors can act like stealthy saboteurs of health among the elderly, contributing to ailments that may appear suddenly, but in truth have been developing over time. One of these undercover issues is muscle dormancy syndrome, sometimes casually dismissed as just another part of getting older. It involves a situation where our muscles gradually weaken due to neglect and underuse, leaving us susceptible to accidents like falls and fractures, compromised immune systems, and a heightened risk of chronic illnesses. Another overlooked dimension is the impact of loneliness on nutritional intake. Even if seniors are eating 3 meals a day, the quality and quantity of nutrients might be insufficient, because eating alone can reduce appetite and cause nutrient absorption issues. Our goal here is to highlight these hidden issues, not to alarm you, but to empower you. If you have an elderly parent, a grandparent, or if you are planning for your own future, knowing these subtle dangers can help you sidestep them. The discussion ahead includes easy, science-backed methods that can help seniors remain robust and active, no matter their chronological age. 1. Muscle dormancy syndrome, the silent threat. Let's start with something you may not have heard about: muscle dormancy syndrome. Even though it sounds like a complicated medical term, the essence is straightforward. When we stop utilizing our muscles, they begin to atrophy or shrink rapidly. According to recent data from the Aging Research Center at Harvard University, a staggering 87% of individuals older than 80 are impacted by this condition. Because the progression is usually slow, people tend to blame their dwindling strength on just getting older, ignoring it until it becomes a major threat to their mobility. What's especially alarming is the rate at which muscle tissue can deteriorate if not consistently activated. Some studies show up to a 3 to 5% yearly decline in muscle mass once a person reaches their 80s. This degenerative momentum can resemble a snowball rolling downhill. It picks up pace and severity, producing more cumulative damage. Initially, seniors may notice subtle challenges, like trouble maintaining balance while climbing stairs or experiencing unexpected fatigue. Over time, these early warning signals can escalate into frequent falls, severe injuries, and extended hospital stays. However, muscle dormancy syndrome doesn't stop at impeding mobility. It affects our whole body. Research published by Harvard Medical School shows that muscle tissue secretes certain messenger substances known as myokines, which are crucial to a variety of physiological processes, such as immune regulation, hormone balance, and even brain health. When muscle volume diminishes, the production of myokines declines, creating a negative feedback loop that increases the risk of numerous chronic illnesses like diabetes, hypertension, and even cognitive impairment. The solution? A proactive approach to muscle health at every age. Strength training, whether it's simple bodyweight exercises, resistance bands, or low-impact weightlifting, can dramatically slow muscle deterioration. A remarkable study from the Tokyo Aging Research Institute showed that individuals in their 90s who took part in regular strength training extended their lives by an average of 7.3 years compared to those who remained physically inactive. Even centenarians saw improvements in mobility and independence by following age-appropriate, safe routines. In subsequent sections, we'll outline the most effective and practical ways to incorporate such exercises into your daily schedule without overstraining. 2. Malnutrition caused by loneliness. Most people assume that if seniors eat 3 meals a day, malnutrition shouldn't be a concern. Surprisingly, though, loneliness is an underappreciated factor that can lead to severe nutritional deficits. Researchers at the National Institute on Aging found that 73% of individuals over age 80 suffer from some form of malnutrition, and loneliness is one of the biggest catalysts. Why? Consider that eating alone often weakens a person's motivation to prepare a healthy, balanced meal. For some older adults, it may seem too tedious to cook an elaborate dish just for themselves, so they settle for something quick and nutritionally subpar, like a piece of toast, a bowl of soup, or snacks that lack essential vitamins and proteins. Over time, these meal decisions can build up into serious nutritional imbalances that, when coupled with the natural aging-related 1 to 2% daily muscle loss, set the stage for a swift decline in strength. Another dangerous aspect of solitary meals is that they do little to stimulate emotional or psychological engagement. Research shows that those who eat alone are at double the risk of developing depression and have a higher incidence of insomnia. Emotional well-being is closely entwined with physical health. Seniors battling depression are also more likely to have weakened immune responses, which in turn increases their vulnerability to infections. It's easy to see how this cycle perpetuates itself. Weakening muscles cause a drop in activity levels, which can feed loneliness, further minimizing appetite and intensifying malnutrition. However, the bright spot in this scenario is that the solution doesn't involve complicated medical interventions. Often, all it takes is more frequent and meaningful social interaction around mealtimes. Communal dining programs, scheduled family dinners, or neighborhood potlucks. Even simple acts like a grandson bringing lunch for a grandparent can break this vicious cycle, introducing vital nutrients and the enjoyment of mealtime conversation. Muscle loss and the downward spiral. You may ask, how exactly does something like loneliness aggravate muscle dormancy syndrome? The answer lies in the synergy between dietary intake and physical engagement. Muscles need consistent stimulation, both mechanical, exercise, and nutritional, proteins, vitamins, minerals, to remain functional. Without proper balance between these two elements, muscle dormancy syndrome can accelerate substantially. As older adults lose muscle mass, they also compromise their balance, making falls more frequent. Falls in the elderly are not just embarrassing. They can be life-altering, leading to broken hips, head injuries, or lengthy rehabilitation times. This increased risk of serious injury often leads loved ones to discourage seniors from being active out of concern for their safety, inadvertently fueling the cycle of inactivity. Over time, the fear of falling can erode confidence, intensifying social withdrawal and reinforcing loneliness, which then perpetuates poor eating habits. Additionally, muscles have a protective function beyond movement. They assist in regulating our metabolic rate, helping balance blood glucose levels and supporting overall endocrine function. With reduced muscle mass, seniors may experience spikes in blood sugar, predisposing them to type 2 diabetes or other metabolic disorders. The Harvard Medical School emphasizes that muscle tissue is a major contributor to better metabolic health, so preserving muscle effectively lowers the risk of chronic disease. Breaking this downward spiral calls for a concerted effort on multiple fronts. Safe, guided physical activity that rebuilds muscle strength, improved social connections that enhance mealtime pleasure, and adequate protein intake. We will delve deeper into these solutions, offering actionable, simple steps in upcoming segments. 3. Excessive inactivity, a hidden hazard. It's a common narrative among well-meaning caregivers. "Stay in bed, Dad. We don't want you to trip and hurt yourself." Or, "Mum, you shouldn't do anything too strenuous. Just rest and let me handle it." Although these protective impulses arise from genuine worry, they can drastically backfire. By limiting seniors' movements excessively, family members or caregivers may inadvertently accelerate the aging process. Extensive research, including a landmark study by the British Institute of Aging, has established that lying in bed more than 12 hours a day is comparable in risk to smoking an entire pack of cigarettes daily. The negative consequences can include: 1. Bone density loss. Without regular weight-bearing activity, bone density plummets, raising the risk of osteoporosis and fractures. 2. Cardiovascular weakening. The heart thrives on mild to moderate daily exercise. Limited activity restricts circulation, weakening the heart and potentially leading to plaque buildup or arterial stiffness. 3. Cognitive deterioration. Regular movement aids blood flow to the brain, supplying it with oxygen and vital nutrients. Inactivity reduces this flow, increasing the likelihood of mental decline. 4. Heightened depression and anxiety. Physical movement triggers the release of endorphins and serotonin, promoting happiness and relaxation. Staying idle deprives seniors of these beneficial neurochemicals. 5. Increased risk of infections. Inactivity can diminish lung capacity, hamper healthy breathing patterns, and raise the odds of respiratory infections like pneumonia. However, the encouraging news is that moderate activity, consistent, not overly strenuous movement, can minimize these risks significantly. Even short daily strolls, gentle yoga, or easy gardening sessions can provide the body and mind with the stimulus they need. A study from Stanford University found that seniors over 80 who walked for at least 30 minutes a day extended their lifespan by more than 3 years compared to those who rarely left their beds or couches. Balancing caution and activity is crucial. While 85-year-olds might not partake in high-impact aerobics, they can still engage in safe, enjoyable routines that elevate their heart rate slightly and strengthen bones and muscles. In the next section, we'll take a closer look at specific practices used by individuals over 100 that keep them feeling young, agile, and full of life. Firstly, walking meditation, a double benefit. Plenty of physicians advocate walking as one of the best forms of low-impact exercise for seniors, but walking meditation adds another profound layer of benefit. With walking meditation, you're not merely moving your legs, you're also cultivating mindfulness, focusing on each step and deep breathing, while taking in the surrounding environment. A particularly compelling study highlighted that seniors practicing walking meditation for 20 minutes a day significantly curbed muscle loss by up to 67% and boosted their immune response by nearly 48%. How does this work? The gentle act of walking engages various muscle groups in a controlled manner. When coupled with deep, deliberate breathing, it promotes oxygen flow throughout the body, supporting cellular health and enhancing immune function. But physical health is only part of the equation. Walking meditation can contribute to improved cognition and a decreased risk of depression. A study from the University of Washington revealed a 53% reduction in dementia risk among seniors who routinely practiced walking meditation. The calm, rhythmic nature of each step, paired with mindful awareness, seems to reduce stress hormones like cortisol while raising levels of mood-regulating hormones such as serotonin. How can you start? It's simpler than you might think. 1. Choose a calm setting. Natural environments, such as parks with trees, local gardens, or quiet suburban paths, can amplify relaxation. 2. Begin slowly. Even a 5-minute walk, practiced daily, can build momentum. You can lengthen the session by a minute or two each day as you get more comfortable. 3. Concentrate on breathing. Inhale through the nose and exhale gently through the mouth, synchronizing your breath with your footfalls if that helps maintain focus. 4. Observe without judgment. Notice the environment, the color of the leaves, the scent of the air, the feeling of your feet connecting with the earth. If distracting thoughts arise, just acknowledge them and return your attention to the present moment. Secondly, the transformative power of sharing meals. While modern-day living often normalizes eating on the go or in solitude, communal meals offer profound physical and psychological perks, especially for older adults. When seniors share a table with family, friends, or neighbors, they typically eat more nutritiously, and mealtime conversation provides essential mental stimulation. A research project cited by the American Geriatric Society discovered that older individuals who eat with companions at least 3 times per week extend their lifespan by around 7.2 years compared to those who eat most of their meals alone. Conversation during mealtime releases social hormones like oxytocin and serotonin, creating a positive mental state that supports healthy digestion, nutrient absorption, and a reduced risk of depression. Moreover, eating together has been shown to slow memory decline by roughly 48%, according to studies that measured the cognitive function of seniors in communal living situations. The reason is that conversation acts like an exercise for the brain, engaging various cognitive faculties like memory, language processing, and emotional intelligence all at once. Maintaining these faculties is crucial in counteracting age-related cognitive issues. So what does this look like in practice? Families could schedule a weekly dinner to which grandparents are invited, or neighborhood groups might organize potlucks so older adults have a chance to mingle. Community centers often host meal programs for seniors, promoting social interaction that can have tremendous health benefits. Elevating mood and nutrition through social eating. On top of the psychological benefits, when you eat with others, you're more likely to pay attention to the quality of the food. A meal with the company can become a joyful event, rather than a mechanical process of consuming calories. This shift in mindset often encourages older adults to pick more nutrient-dense foods, vegetables, lean proteins, whole grains, rather than relying on ultra-processed items. It also helps curb overeating or undereating. Sharing meals in a positive environment can help seniors self-regulate, guided by social norms and conversation pacing. Thus, not only does a communal meal ward off malnutrition, it also prevents many of the negative emotional spirals associated with loneliness. If older adults are physically distant from their immediate family, technology can bridge the gap. Scheduling video calls during dinner can simulate a sense of companionship. Although it's not identical to dining face-to-face, it brings an element of shared experience. Some seniors have reported that even video call dinners stimulate conversation, laughter, and a sense of belonging, which can contribute to better appetite and nutritional choices. Thirdly, brain training. Keep the mind youthful. At the heart of many seniors' fears about aging is the worry of cognitive decline, whether that's mild forgetfulness or more severe conditions like dementia. Yet there is robust evidence suggesting that consistent brain training can dramatically decrease the likelihood of such mental deterioration, far beyond just reading the newspaper or doing a crossword puzzle. Engaging in new learning challenges the brain to build fresh neural pathways, keeping it adaptable and sharp. For instance, picking up a hobby, like painting, knitting complex patterns, or exploring a new language, activates various parts of the brain simultaneously. One large-scale study discovered that learning a foreign language can reduce dementia risk by an astonishing 73%. The brain is forced to process unfamiliar vocabulary, grammar structures, and pronunciations, essentially serving as a high-intensity workout session for your cognitive functions. Even simpler tasks, such as navigating apps on a tablet or smartphone, can produce significant benefits. These activities encourage problem-solving and hand-eye coordination, and they offer a gateway to social media and video calls with loved ones, further diminishing social isolation. Also, brain training helps regulate stress. By focusing on a stimulating new skill, older adults may find respite from worry, substituting it with curiosity and fulfillment. But remember, novelty matters. Repeating well-known tasks does not provide the same level of cognitive challenge. If you love crossword puzzles, try a different word game every so often. If reading is your passion, explore unfamiliar genres or authors. Continually pushing the brain out of its comfort zone is key to maintaining its resilience. More than mind games, holistic brain health. The real magic of consistent brain stimulation goes well beyond mental acuity. Studies show that seniors who engage in regular cognitive challenges can also experience improved sleep quality and emotional stability. This is because the brain becomes attuned to a purposeful routine of activity and rest, releasing hormones that signal the body to unwind at day's end. Additionally, a well-exercised brain correlates with a better immune system, as mental stimulation can reduce stress and inflammatory responses that otherwise weaken your body's defenses. There's also evidence that cognitively active seniors tend to be more physically active because an alert mind promotes greater motivation for exercise, creating a positive mind-body cycle. What practical steps can we adopt? Try these. 1. Structured online courses. Websites and apps host language classes or courses in arts and crafts specifically tailored for seniors. 2. Community workshops. Senior centers often offer classes in cooking, painting, and more, combining mental stimulation with social interaction. 3. Creative projects. Writing memoirs or short stories is an excellent way to engage memory and creativity. Some seniors form writing clubs, exchanging life stories and fostering mutual inspiration. Embrace the concept that it's never too late to challenge your brain. This is especially true for older adults who worry they're past their prime. In truth, the brain exhibits plasticity at every age, provided it's given the correct stimuli and an encouraging environment. Fourthly, laughter yoga, the unexpected workout. Imagine if there was a form of exercise that didn't require special equipment, was accessible to almost everyone, and could dramatically improve both physical and psychological health. Laughter yoga fits the bill. While it may appear unconventional, the science is undeniable. Combining intentional laughter with deep breathing exercises can decrease stress hormones like cortisol, enhance the immune system, and even bolster heart health. Research from Tokyo Medical University has found that seniors practicing 15 minutes of laughter yoga each day gained an additional 6.3 years of life expectancy, on average, compared to those who did not. The rationale is both biological and psychological. Laughter triggers the release of endorphins, the body's natural mood elevators, while also stimulating muscle groups in the abdomen, diaphragm, and face. In effect, a short session of laughter yoga can feel like a gentle but comprehensive workout. Moreover, laughter has been shown to reduce inflammation throughout the body. Chronic inflammation is a silent contributor to many age-related health problems, including arthritis and cardiovascular disease. Through consistent laughter, the body's circulatory and respiratory systems become more robust, further minimizing the risk of infections like pneumonia, which can be especially dangerous for the elderly. Starting laughter yoga is simple and can be done individually or in a group. Many senior and community centers offer guided classes where participants begin with light breathing exercises and progress to simulated laughter, which usually morphs into genuine hilarity. If local classes aren't available, online videos and guides can help. The key is consistency. 15 minutes a day or a few times per week can make a significant difference in overall health and outlook on life. Finally, golden sleep, the keystone of healthy aging. We often associate sleep with simple rest, but quality sleep is actually the cornerstone of optimal health, especially for those over 80. The Harvard Medical School has produced several studies revealing that high-quality, consistent sleep schedules are strongly tied to longevity, reduced dementia rates, and a more resilient immune system. So what exactly constitutes golden sleep? It's not merely about the hours spent in bed. It's about consistency, depth, and the body's ability to undergo restorative processes during those hours. The beneficial outcomes of golden sleep are far-reaching. 1. Extended lifespan. Some research points to the addition of as many as 8 extra years for individuals who maintain regular restful sleep. 2. Cognitive preservation. During deep sleep, the brain flushes out toxins that can contribute to neurodegenerative conditions. 3. Hormonal regulation. Important hormones involved in metabolism and stress control, such as cortisol, melatonin, and growth hormones, reach optimal levels when we sleep well. 4. Immune enhancement. The immune system is most active at night, repairing tissues and fighting off pathogens more effectively when we achieve restful slumber. Practical steps to achieve golden sleep include: set a consistent bedtime. Aim to go to bed at the same hour every night and wake up at a consistent time in the morning. Limit blue light exposure. Phones, tablets, and televisions emit blue light that disrupts melatonin production, so power down screens 2 hours before bed. Keep the room cool and dark. Ideal sleeping temperature is about 64 to 72 degrees Fahrenheit, 18 to 22 degrees Celsius. Also, making sure the room is dim or dark helps signal the body it's nighttime. Avoid heavy meals before sleep. Give your body at least 3 hours after your last meal, so digestion won't keep you awake. Short, early daytime naps. A brief 20 to 30-minute nap can help recharge energy levels without ruining your nighttime sleep cycle. Merging all the elements. A holistic view. We've addressed several critical topics: muscle dormancy syndrome, malnutrition from loneliness, excessive inactivity, walking meditation, communal meals, brain training, laughter yoga, and golden sleep. Each of these focus areas is interconnected, influencing physical, mental, and emotional well-being in older adulthood. But the real key is seeing how all these pieces fit together. When seniors start practicing simple strength exercises to combat muscle dormancy, they're simultaneously improving metabolic functions that protect them from chronic disease. When they then pair that with communal mealtimes, they're likely to eat more protein and nutrient-dense foods, reinforcing the muscle gains from exercise. Adding daily walking meditation helps with both cardio health and mental calm, fostering an environment in which deeper, restorative sleep can thrive. In turn, quality sleep bolsters immune defenses, which may encourage even more physical activity. Each positive habit we've highlighted supports and amplifies the benefits of the others. This integrated approach is exactly what has helped many individuals surpass the age of 100, while still maintaining independence and joy in their everyday lives. Although each technique might seem small in isolation, when woven together, they form a robust safety net against the hazards of aging. Practical tips for implementation. Perhaps you're excited by these ideas but feel overwhelmed at the thought of introducing so many changes at once. Thankfully, small incremental steps often work best. 1. Start with one habit at a time. If muscle weakness is a major concern, begin with gentle chair exercises or short daily walks. Once you're comfortable, you can incorporate other strategies like brain training or social meal times. 2. Use a habit tracking journal. Write down your goals each day, like walked 10 minutes this morning, or ate lunch with a friend. This helps measure progress and keeps motivation high. 3. Lean on technology. Wisely, if your family lives far away, use video calls to simulate shared meals, or download apps that guide you through mindfulness walking or laughter yoga. 4. Seek professional guidance. A physical therapist can help tailor an exercise regimen for muscle dormancy syndrome, and a nutritionist can provide meal plans suitable for older adults. Similarly, a mental health expert can advise on dealing with loneliness or depression. 5. Stay flexible and adjust. Aging bodies are dynamic. Some days you'll have energy, other days you won't. Adapt routines as needed, but don't abandon them completely. Consistency builds lasting benefits. Success stories, thriving beyond 80. It's often encouraging to see how these principles apply in real-life stories. For example, consider a 90-year-old grandmother who was losing her mobility because of muscle dormancy syndrome. Under the guidance of a physical therapist, she started a regimen of gentle weight training, using resistance bands twice a week. She also joined a local seniors walking group where members practice mindfulness as they stroll around a nearby lake. Within a few months, she experienced a notable increase in both muscle strength and overall mood. Encouraged by her improvement, she convinced her friends to schedule communal lunches, swapping recipes and stories while ensuring no one skimped on protein or healthy veggies. On the other side of the globe, a 95-year-old man found new meaning in learning a musical instrument. He'd never tried playing anything before, but he started practicing the piano, challenging his dexterity and cognitive skills. During social meals at his retirement home, he would perform short pieces for fellow residents, creating an uplifting atmosphere that encouraged more communal dining. He also became interested in laughter yoga after hearing about its benefits, adding 15-minute morning sessions. His improved emotional health translated into better sleep. He finally reduced the insomnia he'd struggled with for years. These anecdotes aren't rare. People all over the world who combine moderate physical activity, nutrient-rich diets, social interaction, mental stimulation, and quality sleep often surpass medical expectations. Many even report that they feel more alive in their 80s and 90s than they did in their late 60s. Overcoming doubt and building support. However, making changes in later life can be emotionally challenging. Older adults may doubt the effectiveness of new habits. "I've been eating by myself for years and I'm still here." Or they might fear potential injuries from exercise. One approach is to gradually introduce new methods, emphasizing caution and safety, and celebrating small milestones, like standing a bit longer or walking a bit farther than the day before. Family members can also provide substantial reinforcement. Encouraging older relatives to attend community events, checking in regularly via phone or video calls, and inviting them over for dinner can be the difference between isolation and engagement. If you're worried about a senior's reluctance or skepticism, framing changes in terms of benefits, like reducing fall risk or spending more quality time with grandchildren, can make the shift more appealing. Medical professionals, too, can serve as allies. Many physicians are relieved to see families being proactive about an elderly patient's well-being. If mobility is a concern, a doctor can write a referral to a physical therapist, or if malnutrition is spotted, a dietitian can craft a meal plan that is both nourishing and easy to prepare. The key is harnessing multiple sources of support so that no senior feels they have to make dramatic life changes alone. The momentum of positive change. One of the most empowering aspects of these suggestions is the concept of momentum. Once an older adult experiences the positive shift, improved balance, better mood, less pain, or more restful sleep, they often feel motivated to continue. That initial success can spark curiosity about trying new forms of exercise, fresh meal ideas, or additional social and mental stimulation. In essence, the journey of healthy aging doesn't have to be a battle against inevitable decline. By focusing on understanding the specific hidden factors, muscle dormancy, malnutrition, isolation, and poor sleep, and then adopting targeted evidence-based interventions, seniors can enjoy a higher quality of life. In doing so, many surpass the dreaded 80-year mark with vigor, extending their lifespan well into their 90s and beyond. In closing, crafting your own path to longevity. We've covered a lot of ground in this discussion, from breaking down muscle dormancy syndrome to understanding how loneliness can sabotage nutrition, from realizing the dangers of excessive inactivity to unveiling the benefits of walking meditation, group dining, brain training, laughter yoga, and high-quality sleep. Each aspect alone can make a measurable difference in health outcomes, but when integrated into a cohesive lifestyle, these elements reinforce each other powerfully. If you found value in this deep dive, please consider subscribing to stay connected with more practical insights on healthy aging. Liking and sharing this video extends its reach to other families and communities, potentially improving countless lives. Most importantly, we want to hear from you. Did anything in this discussion strike a chord? Are you already planning changes for yourself or a loved one? Share your thoughts in the comments. Input from our community helps us tailor future content to what truly matters in your life. Thank you for joining us on this journey, and we look forward to helping you unlock even more secrets for a healthier, happier life, no matter your age. Stay safe, stay curious, and stay active. We'll see you in the next video.